time of year again for our top 10 anticipated movies for the year 2018.
Woo!
2017 is long gone.
Not really.
It's in the rear view mirror.
It's not. We still haven't had our top 10 movies of the year yet.
We got these movies looking forward to, and we're excited. Let's talk about them. As usual, we're going to do our 3 honorable mentions, our 10 through 6, our 5 through 2, and then we'll talk about our number 1. I'll go first. My honorable mention number 1 is Ready Player One, the Steven Spielberg sci-fi movie that I don't really know a whole lot about. I know there's a cult following for the book, but it looks like a kid goes into virtual reality or something. Sounds kind of cool. Looked good. The visuals look pretty cool, and we're gonna get a lot of 80s nostalgia stuff packed in there.
Again.
So why not? It looks all right. It looks like something different that I could either love or hate, or who knows. My second honorable mention is X-Men Dark Phoenix. We're getting 3, Fox Universe.
Which will actually probably be Disney by the time
I know,
this video uploads.
That is crazy. But anyways, X-Men Dark Phoenix, supposedly, this is the one that I was most iffy about putting on the list because I don't even know if they've started filming this movie yet, and so that makes me think this might be one of them Fox movies that gets knocked off and maybe never come out. But anyways, this is the continuation after Apocalypse, and is going to be focusing on the Dark Phoenix saga, which is my favorite of the X-Men, and we got a little bit of that in Apocalypse. So, but we've got a lot of the returning class. I know James McAvoy's coming back. Maybe Jennifer Lawrence is. We don't know.
Returning class or cast?
Returning class. Returning cast. But yeah. Anyways, that's my second honorable mention. My third is Mission Impossible 6. The last several Mission Impossibles have been great. I'm sure this one will be great too. We got all the cast coming back. We had somebody new in there. Superman was going to be in there, Henry Cavill. But we haven't seen a trailer or really any images or anything, so who knows? But it looks good, or it sounds good because the last movie was so good. And that is my honorable mentions. How about you, Dark Daisy?
My honorable mention is an X-Men movie, but it's not Dark Phoenix because I'm a little iffy about that movie. And it's X-Men New Mutants because it's R-rated. When Fox has been doing these R-rated movies, if you go Deadpool, you go Logan, it's been really cool, and it looks like it's going to be a cool horror movie. And you got Macy Williams in there, the girl from Anna Taylor-Joy from Split last year, and I'm really looking forward to this. It looks like something a little unique, and also got that one weirdo kid from Stranger Things. My next honorable mention is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm looking forward to this movie, and it's going to be like a romantic comedy apparently, so it's probably going to be joke after joke after joke. I liked the first one. I really like Paul Rudd. I'm just hoping there's actually a good villain this time. And my final honorable mention is Mission Impossible 6, bringing back to director Scott McQuarrie. Tom Cruise back, and I'm looking forward to finally seeing Superman's mustache. So what do you think?
Yeah, I like all yours. New Mutants is right there for me. But you know, I don't know.
Well, I like your role. I've actually seen a trailer for New Mutants.
And like I said, who knows? Dark Phoenix feels so far away that it may never happen.
It doesn't come out until November.
Yeah, but I don't know. New Mutants is right there with me, and I like your other honorable mentions. I mean, we had the same Mission Impossible one. So we'll go with my number 10, which is the Cloverfield Particle, or whatever they're going to call the next Cloverfield movie.
That's going to call God Particle.
Well, there is a untitled Cloverfield project, and then there's also a God Particle movie.
It's hard to...
And people think it's the same movie.
It's hard to anticipate these movies because the last Cloverfield movie, we didn't know it was coming out until February. The movie came out in March.
Yeah, so it takes like a month.
So it's kind of hard to anticipate this without knowing what it's actually going to be about.
But I love 10 Cloverfield Lane. It made my top 10 last year when it came out, or the year before, and so I'm pumped. I'm interested to see it. I even like the first Cloverfield, so we'll see. I like how they're a little bit tied together, but they're kind of standalone. I like that about them. My number 9 is Aquaman, the only DC movie we're going to get next year. And, you know, the DC world is crazy right now, the DCEU. But Aquaman was good in Justice League. and we got Justin Lin directing, and
Justin Wan.
James Wan. I get those two mixed up all the time.
Because they were in the same franchise.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the word they're similar.
Justin Lin is Star Trek. Justin Lin is doing Aquaman. James Wan. Anyways, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to seeing a cool underwater adventure movie.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, and I like Jason Momoa, and I liked Amber Heard as Mira.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be cool seeing some of the cooler characters. Cause
My number 8 is Black Panther. I am definitely looking forward to Black Panther. What are you saying? Because I got it too high
no, you got too
or too low.
Too
Yeah.
low.
Well, you know what? There's just other movies that I'm looking forward to more than Black Panther, but it's on my top 10. Come on now. It looks freaking good. The trailers have been just on point. And the only thing is, I wasn't like blown away by Black Panther in Civil War. I mean, he was okay. Like I'm not like obsessed. I don't know anything about the character. I remember I poo-pooed Doctor Strange, and it's like in my top 5 Marvel movies now. So this will probably be the same way. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Number 7, I'm going with the dark horse of the video game movie. Maybe we'll get a good one. I've said it a million times. Tomb Raider. I'm going with Tomb Raider. Alicia Vikander. Come on. She looks awesome. The trailer looked good. I like the other Tomb Raiders. They're my guilty pleasure movies. And I don't know. I got a good feeling that this is going to be good. I don't think it's going to be great, but I got a feeling it's going to be good, which is all we need in the video game world right now.
When you're dating a girl and she breaks your heart over and over again,
I know.
and then you go back to her, it's like, okay, maybe this time will be different. This is how Tomb Raider is for me. Video game movies, the trailer looked cool, I'll be honest with you. I'm hoping it's not too video gamey, because there are some moments in the trailer where I was like, okay, this looks like more like a video game than actually a movie. Because here's what you do for Tomb Raider. Female Indiana Jones beats Rambo. That's all you gotta do.
I do like that this one is going on the origin story of the first video game, or the video game we got a couple of, I don't know, it's been probably 5 or 6 years now, but I love that story. That game's awesome, so.
Well, Uncharted.
Yeah, it's very Uncharted, but I'll take it, since we're probably never going to get an Uncharted movie. Not a good one anyways. And then my number 6 is my only animated movie on my list. Yes, I know, it breaks everybody's heart. But I'm going with Wreck-It Ralph, or Ralph Breaks the Internet. Wreck-It Ralph 2 is the official title right now, which I think is a mouthful of stupidity. But I freaking loved Wreck-It Ralph. And at D23, they showed a scene from the movie, and everybody apparently loved it. And I just read about that, and that intrigued me, because they're going to have all the Disney princesses in the movie for some reason. Sounds interesting. I'm more excited about this than all of the other animated movies of the year, so that's why it made my list, and another one did not.
Alright, so for my 10 through 6, I decided I did not want to cover this list up with comic book movies, because there's a lot of comic book movies coming out this year. But I have 3 comic book movies in this top 10, and that's because I wanted to fill it out with other movies as well, to spread the word about people that should get excited about. My number 10 is Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I'm a Harry Potter nerd, as you've been seeing on the movie trivia Smowdown, as I've been whooping his ass in the Harry Potter trivia. And I'm absolutely looking forward to this one, because it's a great sequel to because I love the cast, Eddie Redmayne. It's going to be interesting to see Johnny Depp in this role of Grindelwald, because Grindelwald in the books was always known more as a bigger villain than Voldemort. Voldemort was probably more powerful, but Grindelwald was a more international terrorist than Voldemort ever was. Voldemort always just stationed himself in London. I'm looking forward to Fantastic Beasts. Don't really know much about it. All I know it's about the Crimes of Grindelwald, and that was a cool moving picture. Alright, my number 9 is First Man. This movie is directed by Damien Chazelle, the guy who won the Best Oscar for 10 Minutes for La La Land, and he also directed Whiplash. And I really look forward to this movie. This movie is basically the story of Ryan Gosling. He's I think he's Neil Armstrong, or one of those guys who are walking on the moon. I mean, these guys, it's just a team. These two have worked good together in the past, so I'm looking forward to seeing
Is it
what
a
they do
musical?
next. No.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be interesting, and I mean, I'm sure there'll be some jazz notes, because every one of his movies have had some kind of jazz element to it, but hey, I'm fine with it. My number 8 is Deadpool 2. I'm really looking forward to Deadpool 2. I saw the thing they posted today with the stuff in Portuguese or something. It was interesting. And it's great. I mean, this marketing campaign is gonna be so much fun because the movie comes out in June. Mm-hmm. So I mean, and then bringing in Thanos. I mean, Josh Brolin and as Cable, who we're gonna bring time travel, timey-wimey stuff into it. Domino, I believe. And it's kind of set itself up for the X-Force, which may not get made at the if Disney bites fall. Alright, my number 7 is Soldado, which is the sequel to Sicario. The reason why this is on the list is because of one guy, and that guy is Taylor Sheridan. When he writes a movie, he's becoming Aaron Sorkin for me. Whenever he writes a movie, I'm going to see it. Because I really liked Sicario, I loved Hell or High Water, and I love Wind River. And I mean, it's going to be more about the story of Benicio del Toro, Josh Brolin's relationship. I'm really looking forward to Soldado.
Is he directing this or just writing it?
He's just writing it.
Okay.
But hey, he wrote Hell or High Water, and Hell or High Water was one of my favorite movies of 2016. And my number 6 is Creed 2.
I don't even know why I'm doing that. I gave Creed a 4 out of 5, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you're such a hater. I mean, Creed 2, I mean, I'm a little sad that Ryan Coogler's not coming back to direct, but we're bringing Sylvester Stallone to direct Creed 2, which he directed Rockies 2, 3, 4, and Rocky Balboa. So he's proven to be a really good director when it comes to these movies. And I love seeing Michael B. Jordan in this role. I love sports movies, and I'm looking forward to Creed 2. And Creed was my favorite movie of 2015. I know you always like to remind me of that.
Instead of The Force Awakens.
Because Creed was a better movie.
Alrighty. Well, with that, I'm going to move on to my number 5, which is Solo, a Star Wars story. For a minute there, I thought I may not even have this in my top 10, but it is Star Wars. And you can't, it's going to be at least good. It can't be as bad as
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, so it's crazy that we have seen nothing about this movie. The whole movie was reshot by Ron Howard. Who knows what it's going to be like, but it's Star Wars, it's Han Solo. It's going to be weird at first. Somebody different playing Han Solo, but maybe I'll get over it and we'll be alright. Maybe it'll be a good movie. That's what I hope anyways. My number 4 is Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like he said, I really, really liked Ant-Man. Probably more than most. It's another one of those Marvel movies that's in my top 5.
A remake of Iron Man.
It's freaking great. I wouldn't say that, but the first one was more of a heist movie. Like you said, the rumor is that this is going to be more of a romantic comedy movie. We'll see. I'm fine. Everything Marvel's doing is great right now. And like you, I love Paul Rudd. I like, what's her name?
Evangeline Lilly.
Is it Evangeline Lilly?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Because she had weird hair.
Yeah.
And Michael Douglas.
Yeah. So I've been waiting for a sequel for this for a while, and I'm pumped. My number 3 is Deadpool 2. Come on, Deadpool was freaking amazing. In my top 5 the year it came out. And the marketing campaign is just getting started, and it's already looking really awesome. I mean, way back in March, was it, when we had Logan, we had that little teaser for the sequel, or short, I don't know, what do you want to call it? It was
with the Superman theme, with him trying to change it to the phone box.
Oh, it's good stuff. I love Deadpool. One of the things I hope sticks around through the Disney buying them, but we'll see what happens there. And then my number 2, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Walk away. I have a very fond attachment of the Jurassic Park movies. I love Jurassic Park 1 and 2. I thoroughly enjoyed Jurassic World. It had flaws. I only gave it a 4 out of 5. I was really, really, really looking forward to the sequel to this. Now, news today, as we're filming this, has knocked me down a little bit, but I still haven't seen the first trailer because as we're filming this 2 days before that drops. But it's just my love for the Jurassic Park franchise.
I'm sorry, I was running from a T-Rex in high heels.
Oh, okay. It just overpowers logic for me. It overpowers the logic part of my brain. I want to see people running away from dinosaurs. I love it. And I did love Chris Pratt. in Jurassic World, and he's coming back. And I don't think we're bringing back the weird kids, that was the main thing I did not like about Jurassic World. But maybe we'll get a whole new set of weird kids that we can trash on. Who knows? But for me, I'm pumped out of mind for this. This will be the movie of the summer for me.
Alright, my number 5, as Steve's was Solo, a Star Wars story. I'm looking forward to this movie mainly because, I mean, this has been a rough year for Solo, a Star Wars story. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Phil Lord Miller getting fired from the movie or leaving, however way you want to put it. But Ron Howard came in, he's reshot 90% of this movie. This is a great cast. I mean, Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian, love that casting. I like the guy who's playing Han Solo because I saw him in Hail Caesar a couple years ago. I really liked him in that. Amelia Clarke, and there's just so many other. Chewie is going back in there. Maybe Han's going. I want to see so much stuff because I love Han Solo because Han Solo is a top 10 Star Wars character, and I would love to see the Sabak game where Han wins the Millennium Falcon from Lando. I would love to see him do the Kessel Run, even though I don't think he's going to be the one who does the Kessel Run, because in episode 4 he always says it's a Millennium Falcon, it's a ship that did the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs. He never said he did the Kessel Run. So I think it'd just be cool to see. And I'm looking forward to Solo, a Star Wars story. My number 4 is Ready Player One. I've been excited about this movie for few years ago. A friend of ours, he told me about this book, and I was like, well, that sounds really interesting, I'll read it. Then I heard Steven Spielberg was coming to direct it. I was like, well, I'm not going to read that book now, because Steven Spielberg's the greatest director of all time. And whenever he's saying he's doing a project, I'm going to go see it regardless. And I'm looking forward to Ready Player One. It's the 80s, 90s, the 2000s nostalgia, really, with all the, like, you see Deadpool, Harley Quinn, you see the Iron Giant, you see Freddy Krueger. It looks like it's going to be a fun movie, and it's something you want to see, virtual reality. My number 3 is Black Panther. I am so looking forward to this movie because I can't wait to see Chadwick Boseman, because I loved him in Captain America Civil War, because I disagree with you. He stole the show in Civil War. He was so great. His whole idea of he wanted revenge against the Winter Soldier in Civil War. And this is such a great cast for this Black Panther movie. And then bringing back Andy Serkis as Claw from Age of Ultron, which I liked him in it. Didn't really like the movie as much. And then we're also bringing back Martin Freeman, and it's a great cast. And also Michael B. Jordan as a villain. He's actually going to be in a good Marvel movie. I mean, what more do you really want? And it is director Ryan Coogler, who's not done anything wrong. My number 2. I can't believe this is not even in your top 10, and that is The Incredibles 2, one of the greatest Pixar films of all time. It's the only Pixar PG-13 movie. It's the best Fantastic Four movie I've seen. And how the hell did Pixar make 2 sequels to Cars, a Monsters University spinoff, and a Finding Nemo sequel before you make Incredibles 2, where Incredibles is so deserving of a movie sequel?
Alright, our number 1 is Avengers
Infinity War.
Heck yeah. I mean,
that trailer was bad. I've watched it like at least 20 or 30 times. It's so awesome. It's so awesome.
Yeah, it looks fucking incredible. It's gonna have like
Get that man a shield. I mean, just Black Panther. We go back to Black Panther. He's such a big role in this trailer, and we haven't even seen his movie yet. And you can just feel his presence. And I just like, get that man the shield. I'm like, yeah, get that man the shield.
How are they gonna pack all these characters into one movie? That's what I want to know.
Because I think it's what we heard a few months ago was it was going to be more of a Thanos movie about him. It's like a heist film, him getting all the Infinity Gems. Because let's not forget, this is a first part of a 2-part movie.
That's true. Well, not anymore, but
it is.
Yeah.
They're just not going to call it Infinity War Part 2. They're going to call the next one probably the Infinity Gauntlet or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks freaking badass. Trailer was amazing.
I mean, just some of those shots just of the Hulkbuster armor. You see Doctor Strange holding back Bruce Banner. Then you see others, like I said, bring him the shield. And then that scene with Thanos at the end when he's just like, This just puts a smile on my face and just drops a gem and starts killing freaking Vision. I mean, there's so much stuff to talk about in Infinity War.
We're gonna get some deaths, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to, because if not, then what's the point? What's the point?
Well, I mean, that's what Marvel. That's the one thing they never. Well, they have two bad things. They never have good villains. Looks like we're gonna get a good villain.
Yeah, well, I mean, you never know, because Ultron looked good in the trailer.
That's true too. But and then also they never kill anybody. So, or if they do, they bring them right back.
That's if you kill someone, because when you go into a superhero movie, your expectations is, well, the good guy's going to win, the bad guy's going to go to jail or die, and that's how the superhero movie ends. And for Infinity War, I mean, you got the Russo brothers coming in to direct, who have done my two favorite MCU movies with Civil War and Winter Soldier. I'm looking forward to Infinity War, and that's why it's my favorite movie. I'm looking forward to next year.
Me too. All right, well, that is the end of our top 10 anticipated movies of 2018.
Make sure this year you check out the Easy Cage podcast. We have moved on from the video chaos of the last 2 years, from the movie recap show to the Easy Cage show, which just became a lot of work for both of us. But now we're going to do podcasts, one episode a week. We talk about movie news, we talk about movie trailers. We'll do a random top 10 in the month, and probably look out for a special episode where we talk about the Oscars this month.
Woo! Heck yeah. All right, well, until next time, I'm Rainy Cage. This is Darth Easy.
All too easy.
Peace out. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to stay up to date with all my reviews and reactions, hit the subscribe button. While you're at it, hit the like button on this video. Comment down below. Some of my last videos should magically appear here. Click those. Until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.